Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Today I'm going to ask you to show me some things that you probably already know about fractions, okay? You might have learned these things before, but I just want to ask you to show me a couple of things on the iPad, okay?
Sure.
So do you know how to use that at the bottom? See how you can pick the colors right there? And
Okay.
then that's the tool for drawing
Yeah.
beside it, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do is look at this blue circle that we have on the screen, and I'm going to get you to cut it up into quarters for me using any color you like.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Now what do you think would happen if you cut each of those pieces in half again? How many pieces would you have?
8.
Okay, let's see. Go ahead. Do you want to count them just to make sure?
Sure.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Great. All right, let's go back. Use the back arrow,
Okay.
and that'll just make the dots go away, and we'll stop right there. Great, great. And then we can see things a little clearer. And I'm going to ask you to pick a different color, anything you like.
Sure.
And I'm going to ask you to put a line across and circle around to show me what 4/8 would look like. Can you
4.
divide it and then circle 4/8? Great. Terrific.
Sure.
Do you know another fraction name for that? If you saw the blue ball and it had that pink shape on it, if you just ignore the black lines, what would you say the pink was doing to the ball?
Oh, I think it's a half.
Yeah, that's a half.
Okay.
Great. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to push the back arrow again to get rid of the pink. Okay, for now. And I'm going to ask you if you can show me 6/8. Can you do that?
6.
Let's see. Good. And can you tell me how many quarters that is? Remember how you divided it up before into quarters? So if you look at that, can you figure out how many quarters? Okay, you can sure draw it again. How many quarters do you have?
3.
Great. Okay, so 3/4. And that's the same as 6/8. So now I'm going to ask you to cut it up in a different way. Can I get you to use the back arrow just till all the black lines are gone? Good.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you to cut this circle up into thirds.
Thirds. No.
Well, hang on, 3 equal pieces if you can. That's better. Looks like a peace sign, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing as before. We're looking at it now, and it's in thirds, and I'm going to ask you to cut each of the thirds in half again and see how many pieces we get.
That is 6.
Okay. So now where is a third? Remember how we had thirds before? Can you circle a third with a different color for me just to show where it is? Right. So how many 6 is the same as 1/3?
1, 2.
Great. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to draw 4/6 for me. 4/6. Aha. Terrific. And here I'm going to ask you to show me how many thirds there are in 4/6. You can draw it with a different color.
2.
Can you show me where the areas are? Just color in the areas. Want to pick a different color? Sure. So that's 1 and that's 2. So you've got 2/3. How many is left?
1.
In that spot. 1/3, or how many 6ths?
2.
Terrific. Great job, Elizabeth. That's it for today, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks for coming.
Made with DoodlecastPro.